Nothing has like dramatically changed. I still haven't heard anything back about the job I was hopefully gonna get. It's a little nerve-wracking. It really kind of hits me like I'm gonna look back at this, I'm gonna be like, gosh dang it. Do not let this happen again. Please don't ever let this happen again. I will say that when you have things not go very well, it forces you to be better with your time, to be more intentional, more patient, more forgiving of yourself. That is important. Um, yeah, because it's like that's necessary. You know, there's some parts of your training that could have covered for what you're going through now, so you could have avoided it. But now you're going through it, and you're learning a lot of lessons the hard way. We would rather not learn the lesson the hard way. We would rather figure it out, and then we don't have to learn it the hard way. But sometimes we have to learn it the hard way. Sometimes, that's just how it goes. And sometimes it's such an elite level that if you choose to learn it the hard way and you fall all the way down, you can't get back up. Like the way to stay at the top is principles and living in line with those principles, continuing to adapt and improve and get better. But if you lose track of that, and there's a lot of shiny objects that could threaten your progress and growth. Yeah. There could be something that sounds like, oh, yeah, this is a good opportunity because it's not this other thing, but it could still be a not good thing. Like a video game, for example, is certainly better than a lot of other things you could be doing. However, video games could just, take away a lot of your time. So, I don't know. It's nice. We've done enough of these live streams that it's like we're basically it's basically a habit now. So that's cool. That's pretty good. But yeah, not too much has really changed. I'm gonna be making some stuff. But no, for real though. This is the vibe right now. It's like, no, seriously, look at yourself, pay attention, how you're feeling, what's on your mind. You do not want to be here again. It's like when you're playing, what's it called? Like clean up your backyard or cops and robbers or something. And you're running around the enemy and you just got one of their flags. And then you got caught because you were playing it too safe. Sometimes you just have to go for it. Sometimes the game could end a lot sooner if you just went and you stopped being scared, for lack of a better term. Gosh, I need a knife. What's up, Pokemangoes and Mr. Cow's Corner? Yeah, so that's the vibe. It's like you probably learned a lot this year. And some of it, a good portion of it, you probably learned the hard way. Which we would rather it not go that way. But let me tell you something, because I was actually writing about this yesterday. If you can continue to stack up buffs, right? I played a lot of Smash Bros. Growing up, still play Smash Bros. Here and there. If you can stack up enough buffs, it'll bring you to a blessing buffet. That's what it'll bring you to. But you do have to keep stacking up the buffs, and you do have to continue to live in line with your principles, and you do have to keep showing up, and you do have to keep learning from all the highs and lows and ups and downs you experience. You want to adapt and learn really quickly. I'm looking for apples now. Where are the apples? Yeah. So I don't know, man. It really is like you don't understand a lot of times what you're getting into. Okay, here's some apples. Yeah, so you just got to be patient with yourself at the end of the day. I mean, there's so many things that I was wanting to get done this year that I kind of dropped the ball on a little bit because I'd let something else get in the way and kind of take space of the priority. You can only really have one priority. So I put something else there, and then, you know, slowly you're falling off. The humbling and the comforting thing is that God knows what's going to happen, and He knows what's going to change around. He knows the startup I'm in, and He knows what's going to happen with that soon. He knows what's going to happen with my newsletter in the next, couple posts. That's been really slow recently. I had a post that really didn't get that much traction or views or anything. I mean, it still got over 600, and that's pretty decent because, like, on social media, like, good luck getting any traction without making a reel. We didn't know that was going to happen, but that is very much the world we live in. What am I doing right now? I'm trying to find... I need something to break this open. So I think I'm going to put the camera down for a second. But... yeah. It's like if you keep... no. Ta-da! If you keep stacking up wins, you're going to be just fine. You'll be just fine. The part that's difficult is that once you start getting on a roll, it's to not lose the roll. In Pokemon, there's this move called Rollout. And Rollout does some pretty good damage. However, Rollout can hit, I think it's 6 times. And if it doesn't miss, it just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So you want to be like that. Just be on the hunt, on the move, killing it, absolutely killing it. You don't want to have anything nerfing you. You don't want to have any behavior, any mindset, anything. Any person, like, you don't want any of this stuff. It's just not worth it. Not worth having that holding you back. So we're just dropping some facts today. But yeah, we do this every day. I think we're like 15 days in or something. And we're getting close to the 900 subscriber mark, which is cool. That's cool. That's cool. We're making some progress. So, in case you're wondering, I'm probably going to shave this at the end of the year. I was planning to keep it around, but it takes maintenance. And I've had multiple people tell me, like, I don't know. I think it's losing its appeal. That's fine. Chocolate milk. But yeah, no, that's it. It's like, okay. I'm low on money to be able to pay for my next rent. So it's like, okay, can I do everything in my power that could potentially turn this around? If I did do that, even if things didn't turn around, you feel good about yourself. You feel good. Feel good about yourself. So, end of the day, it is gonna work out. It's gonna take some initiative. You have to stack up some W's and just keep stacking the W's. That is what's gonna be asked of you. We're doing this now because I was like, we need to just make this happen. You know what I mean? All right, so we got that. Yeah. And you also have to understand, like, things could turn around really quickly. When God has seen that you've learned your mistake, no, this is real. When God has seen you've learned your mistake, he'll be like, all right, I'm about to mix it all up for you. About to mix it all up. About to do some wonders in your life. But sometimes we want stuff. A lot of times we want stuff, and it's like, well, that's cute, you want that. There's no way you're going to be able to handle that right now. So how about I just show you how ridiculously good I am instead? And maybe you can trust me that other thing will come in due time. This is not comfortable doctrine. This is not something we would like to have be the case, but lo and behold, we don't really have any choice on the matter. All right, we got this guy. It's an interesting battle too, because like right now I have more food than I've had in a bit, and yeah, I don't know, man. I will say I played a lot of Kingdom Rush last night while listening to church talks. That was a vibe. That was like, this is good. This is good. I listened to like 4 hours of church talks straight. It was probably overkill. Probably was not going to play that much Kingdom Rush, but it was good. And I think one of the main breakthroughs happened when I got this undead necromancer tower thing. And so I was able to kill the bad guys, and then I could resurrect the bad guys and have them fight for my team. So that's what you want. That is so what you want. You want to, if when you do make a mistake or when you do knock something out like that, you want to like really, you want to get those things rolling in your favor. You want to minimize the downside. Wham bam, what's up? What's up, man? We're just getting some food in the system. But yeah, last night was pretty good. I watched the episode of SpongeBob with Sandy and her hibernation. So that was interesting. And yeah, that's kind of that. Like, I don't know, that's kind of the stuff though. It's like you're stacking up the blessings, you're stacking up the buffs, excuse me. You keep buffing up your character. Soon you'll be at a blessing buffet. Soon you'll be at a new place. And also to be like super intentional when you really want to go to some place or do something. I know there's been times where I've been like, dude, I just really want to do this because I want to do it, but I don't have like a super good reason. And I also might be scheduled with other stuff for that time, which of course I can't be in two places at once as much as I'd like to be. But yeah, no, I think God has really been teaching me to like just kind of be chill, not letting my emotions run away from me when I'm feeling tempted or stressed or whatever. It's like that doesn't help, and it doesn't get you anywhere good. It might get you somewhere, it doesn't get you anywhere good. That is the very important distinction to make. And I will say it again. You might get tempted and you might be tempted to like go all over the place or whatever. It might get you somewhere. It will not get you somewhere good. It will not get you somewhere good. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not. It's just not. I've had it happen before where I've been caught up in some new opportunity. Now I'm like reading all of these web pages about it. And then I realize, wait a second, what does this have to do with my writing? What does this have to do with anything? And it's like, oh no, it doesn't really have anything to do with it. Like the person that was marketing this, they're probably marketing to somebody who had less time, didn't really know so much what they were doing. Maybe that's a good starter business or a good starter whatever. So Yeah, I appreciate it, Wham Bam. I really do. I will say, doing this every day really, it's been helpful. It's really been helpful. So I am grateful to have some people along for the ride. I really am. So we have these apples, and then we have some chicken salad. So we're gonna have chicken salad sandwiches with apples, which is a pretty good combination. Pretty good. I also played some Kingdom Hearts last night, which was also fun. I kind of like what I did was I did a little bit of writing and I rewarded myself with some video games. I don't know. It's easy. I think we talked about this a couple days ago. It's like when you have these uncertain moments, you're tempted. You want to have some control. And I think this has been one of the biggest things I've struggled with in my life, period, is you want to have some kind of control. Maybe because you're not used to it. Maybe you're used to feeling like you can't handle things, or people treat you in a way that it seems like that. In any case, when things go poorly, or you're not like that things are like out of your control and they feel wonko, you want to like change things. You want to save the day. You want to just take a bunch of action and go ham. But I don't know. God has been teaching me a lot to just like, hey man, it is gonna work out. I got this timeline. And it's like it's not even logical. It's better. Sometimes it's earlier than you think it would be. Sometimes there's a blessing that comes and you're just like, I didn't even think I was ready for this, but okay, all right, well, help. And then sometimes it goes great and sometimes it doesn't. And you get to learn. And then there's other things and you're just like, I think I've been ready for this. And I feel like I've been pretty good. And then nothing happens. And you're just like, all right, well, here I am, just chilling. I spent a lot of time chilling. So, yeah, overall, I'm very pleased that we're doing this daily. I'm very pleased. I really hope that this leads to something useful. Like this is able to impact some people. And it's helpful for me. It's like once you stack up enough, when you stack up enough wins, all of a sudden you're not stressing about what already happened. And I'm not at that point yet. Um, but we will get there. It's so fascinating though, because you could be in a not good place. You have like 1 or 2 months of solid consistency, and you feel like you're in such a good place, money wise, work wise, everything wise. And you're like, dude, I'd gladly go through everything else that I went through, and I'm like pleased with where I'm at. I've had some moments genuinely where I felt that way. I was like, this is a great spot. But then the thing is, you're kind of like, it's kind of like you're elevated on this waterfall, and it's like, well, I got to keep climbing. Like this waterfall isn't in between structure, but there's something higher above the waterfall. There's people above the waterfall hanging out, chilling, and having a good time, whereas I'm climbing up the waterfall. Why are we climbing up the waterfall? Well, that's kind of how it worked out. But you have to keep climbing. So you can have that happen where you weren't feeling that great about where you're at, have a couple good months, really good months, and all of a sudden you're just thinking different. You're not worried about the past, you're not stressing about that, and then you're good. But if you miss enough days, you start turning things the other way. That month of consistency has turned into a month of being complacent. And all of a sudden, you're at the bottom of the waterfall and you're like, bro, I forgot what it's like to even just be at the waterfall. Not even all the way at the top where the spring is and everything else, where you don't even have to worry as much at all. You're like at the bottom of the waterfall. And you're like, gosh, I forgot that I was once up there. So I don't know, man. I'm curious to see how things shake out, how God works it out. There's some things I'm like, you don't have to be a genius to look at this math and be like, all right, I'm getting one more paycheck this year. Is how much money I need. My paycheck isn't enough to cover the bill. I don't know. But I think this year, God has also helped me get better at asking for help, asking Him for help. He's the one who gives me stuff to say, man. With Him, without Him, we're toast. We're so toast. So that's why you really gotta keep seeking for the Holy Ghost. Keep on trusting the process. Because the Holy Ghost can spin something new out of something you've seen every single day. He can like change how you see stuff. We have Paul, who was Saul, but now he's Paul, and the scales fell from his eyes. He saw life in a completely different way after he got baptized, after he saw Christ on the way to Damascus. He's a completely different dude. He changed his name. The Lord was like, we're going to change your name now. You're not going to be called that guy anymore. You're not going to be called Saul. You're going to be, you got this new name. I got this new thing. I have this newsletter I was working on that I still need to finish. Definitely this week. But it's when Paul's in prison with the angel. And the angel sets him free. And I think one of the biggest reasons why that was such a done deal is Paul was not interested in the old stuff. He wasn't interested in the old, the metaphorical Instagram pictures, the old blessings, the old breakthrough. He's like, whatever. I don't need the old breakthrough. I need the new breakthrough. I need the new stuff. That's all I'm about. It says in Isaiah 43:18 about, I will do a new thing. I will make new waters in the desert. I will do that for you. So Paul got a new life. Paul didn't just get a new life. He got the rescue that he could have never imagined getting when he was in jail. He had the angel show up, say, hey, get your slippers on because we are leaving. We're dipping out. We're heading out. We're gone. And, Paul's shackled between these two dudes. And he's like, all right. And then the angel's like, boom. And then chains are gone. Now Paul's walking around. He's just here with this angel. And it says it in the scripture. It's like, Paul didn't think it was real. He thought it was a vision. He's like, this is not real. This is not happening. It was real, and it was happening. Because Paul had work to do that was bigger than him sitting in that cell. And so he had to get out. His time there was limited. I'd go so far to say that his time there was, you could even say it was numbered. So this is how long you're going to be here. You can stress as much as you want. However, there's going to be this angel that shows up, and you're going to wake up, and there's going to be this angel. You're going to think you're dreaming. It's actually, you're not dreaming. This angel is going to walk you through the prison. You're going to see all these guards that once held you back, that once were carrying you, and they were treating you like trash. You're going to walk past all those guys in the night. You're going to get to the end. You're going to turn around. Angel's going to be gone. Oh, and by the way, you're going to find out that all your friends are praying for you, which is a big reason why you made it this far. That's exciting. That's good. I mean, honestly, it's good because I'm thinking about writing that in a newsletter and I just explained it again so I could like bring it back to mind. So I think this will be helpful. 30 minutes is nothing. I really feel like I could do 30 minutes every day for a long time. Like a minimum, I mean, of 30 minutes every day. So yeah, man, it's kind of it. It's like when I'm creating something, even this, like all I did was I hit record on a camera and I'm just blabbing along and eating food. That's literally all I'm doing. But this is more productive than watching YouTube shorts ad nauseum and for like just no reason doing that. It's way more productive than that because this is actually creating something. It's helping me stay on track with something I want to do. I don't want to watch YouTube shorts every day. I don't want to, I don't want to feel like I'm chained to that, right? So anyway, it's been a good day. We got to riff about that. I think the stress is like, I genuinely am still kind of like, I don't know how this is going to work out. I think the waterfall analogy was fire. I think that was fire. Like you got up to this high level and then you forgot to be grateful for it. You forgot to remember that. I mean, God is the reason why you got that far. And as a result, you Kirby tilt and tumble all the way back down. Maybe not all the way back down, but good enough distance. So, yeah, no, this is good. I mean, it'd be fun if someday there was more than 2 people watching, but it's a vibe. God is faithful. God knows what he's doing. I gotta keep being creative. Gotta keep putting out stuff. Yeah, there's this concept in marketing and all that stuff about being omnipresent. Because if your desired buyer, I still got this cough, dude. If your desired buyer can't find you, you effectively don't exist. I believe there's a lot of people that would be liking what I'm putting down. But I haven't done this consistently enough to find those people at this point. And I also, I just haven't gotten the wheels moving enough that they found it. So anyway, cough. So I don't know. We just stacking up those wins. And we'll be okay. Don't really know what tomorrow holds. It's weird. Not in the best place right now. But God has delivered me from a lot It's delivered me from a lot of stuff. He's preparing me for better things. I think that really is the thing to keep in mind. Like you just have to understand that. I mean, that's like 101. Like that's Christian 101. It's like God is calling you to something higher and he's going to bring you there. Like that's like Christian 101. I mean, that's Moses leading the children of Israel out of Egypt and being led to the promised land. That's all these other people getting led to the promised land. It's like God sees something good. He sees something that's good, something that is worth saying no to everything that this world offers. And God will give you strength to say no and to walk in that until you get there. It's to walk in the promise until you get to the promised land. That's not easy. That's actually pretty stinking difficult. And the beautiful thing is you can make mistakes and you'll still get there. It'll be okay. However, you cannot waste your time. I mean, with so many things in my life, God's asked me to play big, and I've just played small. Good example is my books and where I'm at with that, and it's sad. It's really sad, but you look at the whole spectrum of what's going on. Like, if that had been different, maybe all these other things would have been different. Maybe I wouldn't be doing this. And this is a pretty decent place to be. Certainly not perfect. But you get better at showing up to life. My parents got me a book last Christmas called Showing Up to Life. And arguably, I didn't do a super great job of showing up to life this year. However, my word of the year for 2026 is going to be dependable. That's going to help. It's going to be good. So, anyway, man, learning from the mistakes, stacking up the wins, saying no to distraction. And because if you plan to get distracted, that's one thing. That's pretty good. You didn't plan to get distracted, or you plan to get distracted, you're like, I'm just gonna reward myself for getting all this stuff done. I'm just gonna chill and watch a movie. Like that's great. You go right ahead and do that. It's just like being so intentional that you just do that, and you value your time. I mean, it's so real, and we can. I don't think I've beaten this dead horse very much, but I mean, Warren Buffett's 93 years old. He's got hundreds of millions of dollars, but you know what you have that he doesn't have? You have time. Chances are you would trade a lot of that money to have more time and to have his youth back. I mean, especially with all the knowledge and the perspective he has on things. But unfortunately, there's no ability to do that. We can create a movie that has that capability. A character's able to do that or whatever. I mean, there's a movie called In Time where actually the characters switch off timelines and they give time to each other, and time is it's their currency and it's their life, and that's an interesting movie. But I mean, it'll make you think differently about time. Yeah. So, I mean, this year's really taught me if you show up every single day, you'll always be maybe not have enough, but you'll be in a pretty decent spot. You won't be very low on the waterfall because you've been climbing the whole time. So it's sobering though to be at the Christmas party yesterday and to realize I'm stressing about money, deep down, stressing about money. And that affects how you show up in conversations. That affects so many things. So I don't know. It's humbling stuff. I think we're probably about done with this for today, but I do appreciate you jumping on and hearing me out a little bit. It's just going to get better. I really don't know how the money is all going to add up. I really don't. Probably need to unsubscribe from a bunch of email lists I've been subscribed to for too long, just because they clutter up my inbox. So I probably need to do that. I just have to focus more. I mean, it's so tempting to like do something that's energy bringing like this, and then to take that energy to like the messages app or to social media just because you can. But you're not going to be able to continue the same vibe doing that. You need to continue to work and do things that will actually move you forward. So, yeah, I think that's that. But I need to get a sweater on too. All right. Well, we are only going to be here for a little bit longer. I'm going to, maybe it'd be helpful to tell you exactly what I'm going to be doing in between now and next time. Between now and next time, I'm going to upload my newsletter. Gonna eat more of that food. Going to see what my options are. Going to try and apply for some jobs on LinkedIn and whatnot. We're gonna get the ball rolling a little bit more in my favor. So yeah, that would be good. So anyway, thank you so much for hanging with me today. I will see you tomorrow if you show up tomorrow. Probably be in the afternoon sometime. But yeah, I appreciate the support and encouragement. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.